Howdy, howdy, YouTube. August the 29th. Said I wasn't going to make any more videos, but they're still going strong here with the Dutch bucket plants. I just pulled a bunch of cherry tomatoes and salad tomatoes off of this. My one big red big beef, it's got a few up there, but I have cut back the feed cycle and strength over the last 2 weeks, winding down. Hopefully, talked about putting a greenhouse together, and I'm not getting to that because I'm still maintaining these pepper plants, still making sweet peppers and bells and what have you. Got some hot peppers. These are good. These are called giant Marconi. I suggest those if you like sweet salad peppers. And tomatoes still making this here. I'm going to show you this. This is the deep water culture. It has grown twice as fast as the Dutch buckets did. And it's now starting to really flower. I picked off some fruit on it. But it does have plenty of flower clusters, and there's plenty of tomatoes popping in on them. They seem less willing to make big cherry tomatoes, but they're coming in. But anyways, show you the root mass on these guys. You can see this. I'm standing on the ground here. They're just growing like crazy, and this is a big beef here, and it's starting to make me some tomatoes, and you can see them coming in here and there, little clusters, plenty of them popping up. But I'll show you the root system here. This is deep water culture, running at about 700 parts per million, heavy on the flower cycle. You guys can see that root mass in there. It's pretty phenomenal. Like I said, the grow time on these plants was quicker than the Dutch bucket, but a Dutch bucket seemed to produce more faster. These put on the plant faster, but they're taking a little longer to fruit. But we are in the end of August. Sun's going away now, but as you can see, they suffer. They don't suffer any problem getting the nutrients. You can see the size of the roots in there. And that's all the way to the bottom, and there are 2 air stones in there bubbling. You can see them here. They're getting plenty of oxygen and water. Mosquitoes have gotten themselves in there just through me pulling these cups out and checking pH and whatnot. But I throw some peroxide in there, 3% solution, and zaps them. But I'm running that pH at 6.5. They stay in a constant nutrient mix, unlike the deep water culture, so I'm only running them about 700. That's all I've run them to the whole time. There's just a nice little worm. Nice worm there. Birds are falling down on the job. But anyways, that's the deep water culture. I just replenished my tank on the cherry here and all the other ones that are with it. But as you can see, this cherry tomato has been crazy. I'm glad I didn't grow more than one of these, but man, they're just tomatoes and more tomatoes. And then up here, my salad tomatoes, like black and brown boar. There are some big beefs up there, but I don't think they're going to put on the size. I've cut this feed on this system down to around 600 and took the last feeding of the day out. But they're starting to show a little bit of deficiencies, but I need to wind this up if I'm going to get a greenhouse up, and take cuttings off these plants before they get past good shoots. But like, there should be plenty here. I'll probably take my cuttings off of these guys. But anyways, this is just a little update, and everything's still producing, and these guys will be my late crop. Hopefully, I'm hoping for those big beefs. And the cherries here are starting to really pop up on the plants. You can see them going up in there. This plant's out of control. Got bungee cords holding it together, but it is the end of August. This has been going since April, and the production off of, well, now 6 hydroponic plants, but those 4 main ones, has been outstanding. I've had a good time with it, and it's a lot less maintenance than pulling weeds and digging in the ground. I don't know if you heard it, the timer just cut off for this feeding. It's about 3 o'clock, I do believe. You can see that it does work, and it's not a lot of maintenance. pH, water, and feed. And I've really cut this feed off big time of what they suggest. Kind of think about traces of fertilizer in your food, and I don't know, they say it's safe, but I've not run it much over 1100, and that was at the peak, 1100 parts per million. But August 29th video, you can see these plants love hydroponics. Thanks for watching.